WHO edition. It is usually known as squamous cell papilloma, but casually we use squamous papilloma term more commonly. It is more common in children and more common in adults. So it has a bimodal age presentation. So in children it is common in the patients with less than 5 years of age, and in adults it is more common in 2nd to 4th decade. So coming to the clinical presentation, it appears as a wart or cauliflower growth on the skin, usually less than 1 centimeter in size, but in patient with immunocompromised status it can be multifocal and can bleed occasionally. So it has 4 types clinically: solitary juvenile, multiple juvenile, solitary adult type and multiple adult type. Then coming to the microscopic appearance, microscopically it shows enlarged papillomatous proliferation with multiple fibrovascular core lined by non-keratinized epithelium, and occasionally coilocytes are seen. Coilocytes are virally infected epithelial cells. Although not specific for the papilloma, it can be seen in other viral induced lesion also. So what is the most common etiology? It is most likely to be associated with HPV virus, human papilloma virus infection, and more common strain which are involved are HPV 6 and 11. So usually when HPV virus, it spreads from skin to skin, so it can transfer from one patient to another. So HPV virus, it infects the host cell. So the genetic material from one patient to another patient can be transferred by skin contact, and then HPV goes liberates its genetic material which goes into the host DNA and then accumulate in the host surface, which leads to abnormal and rapid proliferation of the cells. So lead to papillomatous proliferation on the skin surface. So coming to the treatment modality, treatment is usually surgical excision, but antiviral therapy for HPV can be given, and then cryosurgery can also be done. How can we diagnose it? Usually we can see it clinically if there is a papillomatous or wart-like growth or cauliflower growth on skin or the mucous membranes. So in oral cavity, most common site which are involved are tongue, palate, gingiva. And apart from that, skin and mucous surface of oral cavity, it can involve larynx, and if it involves larynx, common symptoms are hoarseness of the voice and then respiratory obstruction sometimes. Apart from larynx, it can involve genitals and eyelids also. So when we look for the papillomatous lesion, papilloma is the most common infection which can be seen in the oral cavity, which can be characterized by multiple papillomatous appearance. So while checking it, we should go for papilloma as it is more common in virally induced lesion. So coming to the differential diagnosis, differentially we can confuse it with verruca vulgaris and squamous cell carcinoma. Apart from that, HPV, because it is associated with the HPV, we can go for diagnosis of the HPV virus DNA with the help of fluorescent in situ hybridization techniques. Thank you.